Hey, so I wasn't really gonna record anything for the rest of the semester, or at least for the time being, because, I have a lot of things to think about, or better yet, to do, because thinking isn't really the best thing to keep doing over and over, because that would be like ruminating or whatever. But I have a lot of things to do, and I have two tests coming up this week, which I'm studying for. And it's rather interesting that I'm studying for this test. Well, why would that be interesting? I do study for tests, but anyways, so I just came out of this, um, I don't want to say review session, revision session, whatever. I don't want to say that, but it was kind of like an extra time for us to ask any questions to our teacher, which no one asked for it. No one just came up to him and said, well, we need, an extra moment with you to ask questions before the test and whatever. No one said that, at least not to my knowledge. No one said that. He just scheduled it for like today, which was at 10 p.m. It's a freaking like national holiday, do you really expect everyone to just come up and say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna join this, meeting and I'm gonna ask a bunch of questions"? No, everyone wants to just chill at home and relax, which is the entire purpose of this holiday. We're away from uni. We're trying to just make our brains work properly. I mean, there's no way for any of us to make our brains work properly because we're university students. We're all doomed. But anyway, so I joined it and it was like fine at first. Everything was going well, smoothly, and I wasn't being, my usual self. My usual self isn't this prim and proper person. I'm kind of a weird person. But I was genuinely asking questions because I'm interested in this um, the subject, I'm really into this class and I was asking questions and he was answering them. Everything was going pretty well, but then a lot of my classmates started joining the meeting as well and no one was asking anything. I was the only one and there was another guy who was asking questions, but he was just typing them out. He wasn't um saying anything. And nearing the, I think we reached like the half point of it, and he just asked, well, why is it that you're the only one who's asking questions? There's a bunch of people here. Why aren't they asking questions as well? And one of my friends, I mean, let's call him my friend, said, well, because he helps us study, so his questions are our questions. And he was like, oh yeah, that's funny. So I was like, okay, fine. He's not gonna explode on anyone tonight, or so I thought, right? Nearing the end, it was like 10:33 p.m. I was about to ask a question. I mean, I did ask a question, but for those who know me, I mean, not a lot of people know me, but for those who know me, I'm someone who's like, I tend to ask a lot of questions, and they always end up being I derail the conversations a lot. So when I ask one question, it often leads to a different question and then another question, and it just becomes something totally different from the starting point, and everyone ends up confused. And I'm satisfied with that because if I understand it, then I don't really care if you're confused or not. I solved my questions. You have yours now. Good luck dealing with them. But I tend to go on a tangent when I'm asking questions, and that's something I'm working on. But I was trying to be really careful because he's like, I don't know, he's kind of straightforward. I didn't want to say straightforward because straightforward people aren't like that. Let's not assign any adjectives to him, okay? So he's his own way, and I wanted to ask questions properly and not just go on a tangent whenever I asked the questions. So I was picking my words really carefully, and I asked one question that was like, I knew it sounded super dumb, but it wasn't like dumb as in, why is the sky blue? It wasn't dumb like that. It was just like dumb that it had a simple answer that I probably knew, and I do know the answer to that. But I just asked because no one was saying anything, so I didn't really want that time to go to waste. I wanted everything to just go along and work out. But dude, I swear to God, he just lost it. It was like I called him, I don't know, the worst name on the book. I just said something super simple and he just lost it on me and he started just yelling and whatever. It was like a totally different person, and I've seen this side of him before. I wasn't really surprised. I just got really annoyed. Not even angry, I just got really annoyed at that because I didn't ask you to schedule anything. I just came in because it was like, well, extra time to ask questions, then why not do it? Like, why not go in and participate on the meeting? So I was there, but it was so annoying that I just was just like, you know what? Whatever. I turned off my mic and I just let him throw his little temper tantrum there, and I was just like watching it. And when he ended that, I was like, well, thank you, whatever. Thanks, Teach. See ya, bye. And then he just closed the meeting and kicked everyone out. Honestly, I feel that when you're an adult and you're acting like that, it's probably not a really good thing for your health. This can be healthy. Like, I don't think it is healthy. It's probably, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Why do I have an accent now? I have an accent that's really weird. And um, I guess that's it. I'm not gonna complain about it because it's not the first time this happened to me. Although the first time wasn't as explosive as this, it was more of a like, well, why are you telling me this? Like, don't say that to me. But not in a rude manner. It was just more dismissive, I guess. And I was like, well, whatever. You have your. I said the same thing. I was like, well, yeah. I didn't really engage with the. I don't want to say aggressiveness because it wasn't really aggressive. It was more like passive aggressive first at the first time. And I know how to deal with people like that. Just don't give them attention. That's what you're supposed to do. And I've learned this during my time uh, of working at a factory. So whatever. I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. So this is me, Lino, whoever the hell I am today, signing off.